Sigma males are men with the guts to take on the world, those who defy cultural norms and conventional ideas of what it means to be a man. Sigmas stand out from others because they are independent, strong-minded, and possess a high level of self-confidence. They don't seek attention since they understand their worth and never need to convince anybody else of it. These men are at ease staying in the shadows while observing their surroundings. They would rather depend just on their own ability than continually ask for assistance. While Sigma's way of life can seem interesting to some people, everything with advantages always has certain drawbacks. Without further ado, let's discuss 9 significant drawbacks of being a Sigma. 1. Reluctance to comply might be taken as a danger. A society that emphasizes uniformity and conformity may not necessarily embrace Sigma's lifestyle. Anyone who stands out from the herd in any manner is often seen as weird or as threat by society. This could result in misinterpretations and unfavorable conclusions about Sigma's traits. Although some may respect Sigma's fortitude and independence, others could find his uniqueness repulsive. Being able to stand out may be a double-edged sword since it can both help you stand out in a good way and also make you the object of mockery or judgment. To handle the harsh judgments of others, you have to be emotionally resilient and have a fortitude. Many individuals have succumbed to conformity demands and thrown in the towel their independence in hopes of fitting in, particularly in settings where originality is considered to be a sign of weakness. For some individuals, making these commitments may be appropriate, however, it may be detrimental to the life of a Sigma male. 2. Hard time trusting people. Even when Sigma males know someone well, it might be challenging to trust them because of his innate skepticism. Because of his unusual viewpoint, he finds it challenging to comprehend why people behave in a way that defies rationality. He could also worry that he'll be the target of manipulation or deception and may not realize soon. Although such behavior is reasonable, it may become problematic when he seldom extends a benefit of the doubt. Provided he is conscious of possible dangers or traps, he needs to make an effort to follow his intuition and give individuals a chance. He may establish trustworthy connections while maintaining his own security by being open-minded and watchful. The issue is that it might be hard for a Sigma to open up and truly trust someone after being burned by doing so, particularly if that person was so close to him. The best course of action in this situation is to go slowly and let him open up whenever he is ready. Even while it might be challenging to completely trust once you've been let down, it's important to remember that not all are trying to harm you and it shouldn't result in isolation. 3. Could sometimes force logic. The Sigma males have a tendency to be logical and analytical. This might result in him challenging his own notions of what is correct or incorrect out of the scenario, even though it may not match the contexts. Although this style of thinking may be useful in making a well-informed choice, it can be destructive if employed to undermine others' perspectives. This might drive the Sigmas to be extremely critical and judgmental of himself and others. Although he doesn't aim to be this way, realizing that not every issue has a rational explanation or answer might be challenging. By accepting uncertainty and admitting that every answer can sometimes be correct regardless of how they may seem, he may create a stronger knowledge of himself and others. Employing logic to arrive at a rational choice is acceptable, however, Sigmas must be conscious of when they push it on themselves or others. Perhaps the finest solution may come by heeding to his gut and emotions, not logics. 4. Quick to spot liars. Recognizing the fakeness in others may be both a benefit and a burden. It may assist a Sigma to avoid harmful influences and risky circumstances since he can immediately tell if someone is not genuine. Yet, watching many individuals fake their feelings and intentions might grow jaded and mistrust. While you may assume that having the ability to identify a fake person would always be a plus, sometimes you shouldn't bother knowing. A Sigma should find the right equilibrium between utilizing his instincts to defend himself and opening up to offer others a chance. Furthermore, he should acknowledge that some individuals may conceal their genuine thoughts for valid reasons and might turn out to be important friends despite their appearances. As a Sigma, you should never allow someone exploit you, but it's essential to understand that there are numerous forms of deceit and not all are evil. Although it's incredibly hard to assess the merits and downsides by observing people, occasionally it rewards to employ a discerning lens. 5. Unconventional ideas may lead to conflict. A Sigma benefits from his capacity to think creatively in a variety of contexts. Because of this, he is able to think of innovative solutions and discover fresh approaches to problems which the majority would ignore. Others could disagree with his beliefs and consider them to be extreme or dangerous, which might cause conflict. Although it is important to be flexible and open-minded, a Sigma man must be cautious not to let his own beliefs become a cause of tension. He has to strike a balance between appreciating other people's perspectives and employing his own viewpoint to provide answers. If not, it could result in misunderstandings and unwelcome confrontation. Sadly, when you're around individuals who have different viewpoints than your own, it might be hard to steer clear of such disputes. This presents an opportunity for alpha males to attempt to influence situations in their favor. This is another reason why a lot of Sigmas have quit their regular jobs to start their own enterprises, which offers them greater control over how their duties are carried out. Sigma men are independent thinkers who have the potential to make a positive difference in both personal and professional lives. With the appropriate mindset and strategy, Sigmas may avoid all of these possible traps, realize their full potential, and really contribute to the cause. 6. Treated as a loner. As the name lone wolf suggests, a Sigma male is well known to enjoy solitude, always depending on himself and his own abilities. For others who aren't accustomed to dealing with such independence, the idea that Sigmas can be so self-sufficient may be quite daunting. They could consider him to be an outsider and treat him differently. However, Sigma men can be just as sociable and nice as the rest of the group. The only difference is that they detest park mentality. Because of this, it could be challenging for him to establish new acquaintances since other people might not understand the best way to approach him or might be turned off by his independent nature. This may work out well for him in some circumstances since he will be able to take advantage of it by associating with only those who align with his opinions and values. Many have the misconception that Sigmas are individualist, but in reality, they may be excellent team members and wonderful additions to any organization. 7. Unconventional lifestyle makes others skeptical. When confronted with uncertainty, people are often cautious, and Sigma's particular way of life is no different. People often have doubts about his judgment and talents because of his capacity to think independently and challenge conventional standards. A Sigma must figure out how to be loyal to himself without allowing other people's views to influence his judgment, even if this may be irritating. Additionally, he must also utilize his knowledge and expertise to demonstrate the viability of his unusual strategy. However, Sigmas don't do this by just words but actions. While alpha males command respect by his strength and position, a Sigma man earns respect by his intellect and problem-solving skills. Sometimes it's considered risky to go against the grain, yet taking chances may pay off handsomely. If a Sigma guy stays dedicated and focused on his objectives, his accomplishments will often persuade others to follow his perspectives regardless of his power or status. While the alpha male role in leadership is appreciated, the modern world is placing more and more significance on the methods employed by the Sigma man. Today, Many individuals begin to understand that success doesn't always involve abiding by conventional standards and norms. 8. Others may misinterpret the independent's nature as arrogance. This is due to the fact that he doesn't hesitate to express his views or defend himself, even when others closest to him are acting improperly. While he may be attempting to carry out the right thing, this might come out as annoying or overconfident to others. The assumption that Sigmas don't care about others' opinions since he doesn't depend on them for affirmation and validation is incorrect. In truth, he lacks the desire of outside approval that other individuals do. Although being misinterpreted is a fact of life, it may be challenging to handle when others misjudge a Sigma because of his independent nature. So much worse, these presumptions may negatively impact a variety of facets of life. Misunderstandings that first appear innocent may result in missed opportunities, wounded emotions, and strained relationships. A Sigma must summon the fortitude to stand up and persevere regardless of any misunderstanding or difficulty by keeping an open and modest attitude. 9. Overthinks everything. Sigma men have a tendency to overthink everything and are prone to become mired in a loop of excessive analysis. This may cause him to put off taking action and making decisions, which keeps him from accomplishing his objectives. If he wants to end this pattern, he has to understand the appropriate time to be ready to go ahead even in the time of uncertainty. Overanalyzing situations may be beneficial, yet excessive evaluation with no action can be detrimental. A Sigma must be able to recognize when to bravely leap into action while yet taking the time to carefully consider his options. It's okay to simply take action provided you've taken the required precautions and is confident in your abilities. Or else, it could be difficult to go on because of anxiety and dissatisfaction. You can gain a clear picture of the issue by carefully examining every aspect, but never let that stop you from acting. The Sigma guy may utilize his current talents effectively rather than allowing them become a handicap by comprehending the equilibrium.